guys, welcome back to the BnE podcast. Boy, do we have a surprise for you. It's not a surprise because it'll be very obvious from the title, but we have another guest today, which we're excited about that. But before we do anything, we need to introduce anyone who is listening right now to what they are listening to. This is the BnE podcast. I believe it's episode 16, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah.
Just a little knowledge for you guys, getting back into it. This day in history, in 1959, Antarctica was made a military-free continent.
How do you like that?
How does that... It says, 12 nations, including the United States and Soviet Union, signed the Antarctica Treaty, which bans military activity and weapons testing on that continent. Huh. All right,
How do you like that? That's pretty
neat.
cool. That's pretty nifty.
So there's no violence in Antarctica?
Except for seal on penguin action.
Seal on penguin.
Wait, are seals in Antarctica? No.
Penguin
on penguin violence.
He can't talk because we haven't introduced him yet.
Not only that, though, this day in history 2 days ago marked the 1-year anniversary of the release of 3/3 of the Galapagos by the Whippets. How do you like that?
Is that your new thing? How do you like that?
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting. All right, let's get this introduction.
Carter!
So you can get some thoughts in. All right, our guest with us today, the man of the hour, is Carter, none other than Carter Prang. Carter Prang, how you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
Well, Carter, it's good to see you. Any thoughts on our two historical... So what do we have? We have Antarctica made a military-free continent. It's interesting.
Oh, I thought it was interesting how both of your events in history involved islands of some sort.
That's a good
the
connection.
Galapagos Islands and Antarctica.
That is a good connection.
I think you guys, the Whippets must be going for a island theme.
On that album,
On the album, yeah.
Yeah. Sea life.
It was kind of sea themed, wasn't it?
Yeah. Man. I got some ideas for if we make another one.
A third. I think we should. I think we should. Try.
We definitely should.
I think we would have a well-rounded...
Because we actually have a microphone now, and we have GarageBand.
Yeah, which are two things that kind of... You're able to mix audio a little bit better.
Yeah, and we can add in synthesizers if we want to and stuff.
Yeah, there's just some more options. I think I think it'd be good to keep the Whippets up to date.
Yeah.
Keep it cool with the kids. Mm-hmm. No, that's a good connection, Carter.
Keep it cool with the moms, because the moms really like the Whippets. Yeah,
I think I kind of see a connection. Moms really like the BnE podcast, and moms really like the Whippets. Yeah. They're a fan. You know what I think is moms are a fan of supporting. I don't know.
Supporting.
They're just very supportive.
They're very supportive.
I think that's maybe their thing.
Carter, what's something supportive that your family or mom has done for you?
That's a good one. I don't really think about that much, but if I were to think about that, it's probably how much my mom cooks for me and cleans my clothes and
that's very nice.
Does all this chores for me, and that's supportive of me, so I don't have to do those lame chores.
Yeah.
Just some general things that are kind of,
because it's Thanksgiving was a few days ago.
Oh yeah. Oh, Carter, can you give us a quick introduction of yourself? So we know your name, but tell us a little bit about
and something you're thankful for.
Oh yeah, give us an introduction about yourself. Anything you like, just some general things, and then what you're thankful for.
Besides the fact that you're ripped, we all know.
That's the first thing I was going to bring up.
You can't see him, folks. But he is built.
He is an absolute unit.
Besides my physical appearance, I enjoy sophisticated things. I enjoy listening to podcasts, which is very convenient since I'm on a podcast at this very moment. I like various trading card games, and I'm just a big nerd. Besides my physical abilities, just a big nerd.
What are you... tell us what you're majoring in.
Oh, I'm majoring in secondary math education. Okay. So that means I want to be a math teacher.
Nice. Well, I really applaud that because I have no idea what I want to do.
Do you have a I think we touched on it. You did
major in English.
You're majoring in English.
But this thought came to me: what can you get with an English degree?
A job.
But so I'm kind of thinking about going back to undecided again.
Okay. Now that wouldn't screw you up or anything. It's just you've already signed up for like English
classes.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is I'll major in something else but minor in English.
Okay. So you'd just be starting. Maybe you'd be starting later on your major if there's like prerequisite classes for that. But you're gonna have a decent amount of your English credits knocked out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking about getting a minor too.
In what do you think?
Coaching.
Oh yeah, I saw that on their website actually.
It's only like 4 classes.
Oh dang, that's pretty good.
I think I have to get a minor if I go with computer science.
And what?
And most people go with math. So, which is ironic.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was gonna have a very short career in math after high school.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like 1 year, and then it's like now, like going through all of like a majority of the math courses that they have. It's ironic to me.
Well, we could do it together though.
Yeah.
That is what I'm looking forward to. That I don't think it's gonna be too bad if we do it, since we're doing it together. You are gonna be the only person who's like going along with me for that, because Eric isn't, Chloe's is not continuing with calculus.
Ryan might be taking Calc 3. Yeah, Ryan definitely
really?
is. Yeah.
What's he doing?
Do I have a side note about who Ryan is, or is it not?
Yeah, because I don't know who Ryan is.
So Ryan is one of my friends that I met in calculus class, and I also have theater with him. And I found out after like a month of talking to him that we actually ran at state track last year against each other. If you look at the video, you can see us running side by side.
Oh, that's funny.
And little did we know how good of friends we'd be like 6 months after that.
Who won?
Me. You have any doubt?
You ever bring that up?
No, not really.
Sure?
I'm not really much into glory days.
Okay. You'll have to maybe
close the yearbook.
Yeah.
Closed the yearbook.
Okay. What's he do? Yeah.
Oh,
Ryan.
He's a electrical engineering major, so he's gonna be taking up to differential equations. So he'll be definitely with us. Differential equations is like Calc 4.
I don't think I'm taking differential.
I'm not sure. I might.
I'm taking
if I try to get a
Calc
master's.
2, linear algebra, then one more, but I can't remember.
Calc 3?
No, not Calc 3. I'm not going up to Calc 3. Oh, but I'll have to if I'm going with the minor, with the math minor. So we'll figure it out. One thing that Ben was started to bring something up before I interrupted. You were going to talk about, I think you said something about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, very recently.
A few days ago.
A few days ago, it was Thanksgiving. So Carter, what was one thing? Did you say your physical appearance is what you were thankful for?
No. I mean that's one of the smaller things, but I'm more thankful for the people that I have in my life.
Aw.
That's pretty nice.
That's cute.
That's good.
I like that.
Ben, what are you thankful for?
I was gonna like trying to think of something while you were going.
Oh no, I put you on the spot.
I'm just kidding. Something that I'm thankful for definitely would be my support system. It's kind of like Carter's too, but
like a group of people.
Yeah.
Just people you have.
Yeah, because whenever I need money, or, but just have people there for me when I'm down, when I've been kicked in the heart.
Oh gosh.
Down. I don't want to get into that.
All right, support system good. I think a very I think in general, I would say that anyone could say they were thankful for the friend, friends, the relationship. I think that's a very good.
A lot of
I think
people don't have those.
That's for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That may be true.
Yeah.
That may be true. I think everyone. Hopefully, I would hope that everyone has at least a couple people.
Yeah.
That they can get down with.
Yeah.
Because I would say that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for eggnog.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, I'm thankful for that too.
2, I'm thankful for friends and family.
That's nice. Is that 1? Is that 2 and 3, or just 2?
That's 2. I'll put
And
them on the
football.
same. I'll put them on the same. You're thankful for football?
Well, I don't know. I was just thinking.
Ben, what is the sport you're most thankful for?
I think rugby.
Really?
What kind of rugby?
Like traditional English rugby.
Like 14 on 14?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because like I really respect those guys because they're just big boys just going out there, no pads, just doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like 7 on 7 more.
Really?
Because it has like a more fast. I actually watched a video about rugby today.
Really?
Ironically, yeah.
What did you learn?
Oh, it was just like the highlights from the Olympics. And like those dudes are like humongous.
I know.
And
I've never watched rugby.
They just like throw the ball around like it's nothing.
Yeah, and I love it so much.
How heavy is the ball?
It's like this big.
It's like bigger than a regular American football.
It's
Oh,
fatter
okay.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's like a big
Carter said
watermelon.
throwing the ball around like it's nothing, which makes me think that it's like no mortal man can pick up the ball.
It's like a
like
watermelon.
Thor's hammer. Yeah.
Okay.
So because I really like rugby because it's so fluid, and then unlike compared to football or something where I feel like it's just stop and start, and then it's commercial every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's
know?
it's kind of it's choppy.
And that's
does
also
rugby
why I
run? Does it?
Yes.
Is it like?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Continue.
continuous, except when it goes out of bounds or like you score.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
That's
that's
cool.
another, like, I don't respect soccer. But I do respect soccer because there's not a commercial every 5 minutes. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
It's really long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the choppy like the play aspect of football makes it easier to cut in with
Oh yeah.
cut in
It was
commercials?
made for that.
Yeah. I
Because
think I would say football's for sure the most like capitalized.
yeah.
It is one of the
Sport,
newest
for
sports because the NFL was like created in like I think it was
The 60s, 70s.
no the 20s.
Oh, I thought
The original NFL.
Oh, okay. Like the conglomerate came together.
Yeah, like they went through like there's only like 3 teams like that survived the like
Yeah.
World War 1 and 2.
What?
Sent them to war.
I think
is
it said
going
the war,
on?
but like not every team could like have enough players because everyone's like I'm going to the war so I can't play.
And
And no one really thought professional football was like that like of like
lucrative.
yeah like a good thing to be providing your family.
Oh, okay.
The,
It's like a career, like a moneymaker.
yeah. The basketball one's even crazier in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because like you had all these different teams, and then everyone was going to the NBA, but some teams didn't make it to the cut for the NBA, so they had to like see which one was the best team, and the losers didn't get to play basketball anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah, the most interesting thing I thought about that was like how the Harlem Globetrotters like now they're like this scrimmage team, but they used to actually be like a legitimate team.
Yeah.
And they're actually really good.
I think I went to go see them once.
I've seen them a few times.
Pretty
They
good.
were.
I was younger. I can't really remember.
I saw them at a basketball game. They were the halftime show.
Oh, I'm like,
I
aren't they playing a basketball game?
Rugby. I've never seen.
It's cool to watch highlights of rugby.
There's some hard.
There's some hard hitting boys out there.
Did they get?
They got messed up.
I heard RJ told us once that there are a lot less injuries in rugby than
Yeah,
in
there
rugby.
are.
So you're not wearing
Crazy.
pads, so you're not.
So they don't hit. They're not hitting. They're tackling.
They're not going head first
Yeah,
at each other. Like
they're not hitting. They're tackling.
yes.
So it's like people in football are like, oh, they're tackling.
Yeah.
They're just ramming
They're
into each
mauling.
other. Yeah, they're just ramming into each other. That's what football. At least for most of the time. I mean, you're just connecting your body with someone else's hard enough to knock them down.
Yeah. And another thing I like about rugby is that in the rules, there's an intrinsic value of respect for the other team.
It's like it's like
It's courteous.
tennis.
Yeah. And then in other sports, you're like,
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's like loose guidelines. I
Yeah.
feel like in other sports, there's loose guidelines as to what.
yeah, before the game they'll be like, and be sure to respect the other team and no.
Yeah, right. But in rugby, there's
There's an innate courteousness, courtesy.
My favorite part about rugby is like when they throw it in bounds and they have like 2 guys lift up another guy to get the ball because it's like a jump ball like in basketball. And the guy throws it in from out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh.
The guy throws it in from out of bounds, and the 2 they're like standing side by side and they jump up, Like they have someone
and they lift the guy
up and like
try to grab the ball.
Try to grab the ball from the other team.
Yeah, we're not messing with you, Ethan.
Yeah, we're not.
So it's like a jump. It's like a jump ball in basketball, except
so they go like this, like grab their legs, and then they lift them.
Why don't they just not do that and have both of the people jump?
Because then you can get them higher.
Because one of the players on one of the teams is throwing the ball in.
Right.
So then you have to throw it like along a line.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
The things I don't know about rugby.
Have you seen the New Zealand team's rugby team and their dance they do?
No, I haven't. What do they do?
They're like
very primal. It's very it's like scary.
Yeah, and they like slap their arms and stuff, and they stick their tongues out, and they're like and then so I watched this compilation of all the I think it's New Zealand, right?
I think so too.
So where they what's that Maori, the Maori dances.
I don't know what those are.
So I'll show you them after the podcast. But so I watched a compilation of all the different New Zealand teams doing their own thing. But it started with rugby, and it was legitimately intimidating. Like, it was awesome. And then at the very end of the video, it was like women's handicapped table tennis.
When they were doing it?
Yeah. Nothing against. I mean, it was it was scary.
But like, I just wouldn't think.
But
is that their like the Maori?
It's like a war dance.
Like war dances.
Yeah. You know the shirtless warriors with like the tattooed faces and stuff.
Yeah.
And the clubs that had teeth in them.
Oh, I think yeah. I can imagine the club. Imagine the club.
It's like that.
That's kind of gnarly.
Yeah.
So earlier I watched this video. So I've always wanted to run a marathon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So the reason I was a little bit behind schedule today, I was watching this video. It was like a 20-minute video about this guy, and for an entire day he'd run 1 mile every hour.
Whoa.
And it was like a video of him like, so he'd run a lap and then he'd do random tasks for like the rest of the hour. Then run a lap, then do random tasks, and he did it for 24 hours. A mile? Yeah, it's like around the block. Like his block is like a mile because he lives in Australia, and he like was like seeing how productive he could be in one day, and like over the course of the whole thing, he got like 32 like small tasks done. Like he built a table and like fixed a bunch of things like around his house and stuff. And it was just trying to show like the human capacity, and I just thought it was really cool.
Weird flex, but okay.
I would agree with that. Like, I guess I don't have anything. There's nothing to agree with because it's happened, and
it's a weird flex, but okay.
No. I was gonna say I agree with like him like choosing to do that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like that would be productive.
Yeah.
I think if you fill your time, like all the time that he spent running, those miles, even if it didn't take him that long. Just that 1 mile probably took up like all the time that he would have been like messing around or like not being unproductive or just like lying around. I feel like that was probably a good thing. So did you just go down like a rabbit hole and find this thing, or what are you thinking about the running, like the marathon? Did that change anything?
Oh, I want to run a marathon at some point in my life.
Right. So you just looked up, there was something with running, and that's how you got on that video?
Well, I just saw it's like, what would happen if you run a marathon over the course of a day? I'm like, that sounds cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it 24 miles?
Oh.
Yeah, or 26. He, on like the first one, he ran 3 miles.
Okay, I didn't pick up on that part. The equivalent to a marathon. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Did you know that marathons actually used to be 25 miles until the Olympics in London in, I believe, 1918? No, 1912. 1912. No, like 1912 when they were in London, and the king's like, I want them to run to me. So they added a mile.
What?
It actually, like, they added the extra distance, so then they'd finish in front of the king.
That's
Olympics.
wild.
Wow.
That's why it changed.
Imagine the sort of mental state you'd have to be in to make that decision.
Well, it's a king of England,
He's like
so
the power, like
the power got to him.
Yeah, that message. I wonder. Now I can't remember. Oh, I think it was on. Two Bears, One Cave. They're talking about the kind of. They were looking at Matthew McConaughey's Instagram.
Yeah.
They were looking at his Instagram, and the things that come out of his mouth are just wild.
Like
He's
what?
like deranged. He's deranged.
Really?
Yeah.
What
He
are some
doesn't
of the
make
things?
any sense. He doesn't make any sense. You can hear him talking, and he's saying stuff like, he's just he doesn't seem in touch with what's happening. Yeah, I'm gonna look up.
All right.
All I think of is
he's always
Lincoln commercials.
Okay, I'm gonna play his very first Instagram post, and this is his introduction.
Turn it up.
How long ago was it? So we have like 2017.
No, like within the last month.
We just got
within the last few months. Let's say
he got Instagram.
Yeah, last 2 months. This is his first post introducing. I'll turn it up. I just want you guys to listen, and then we'll see if you guys
agree.
Have any thoughts. Yeah.
Page, I want him to see me. Look, this is my first venture into sharing myself and my views with the world, and I'm a little bit nervous about it because, quite frankly, I know I want to have a monologue. I'm not sure I want to have the dialogue.
What?
I've learned that you got to have the
That's a big part
to
that they talked about.
have the monologue, just as you have to have a monologue to have the dialogue. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to sharing who I am with you. I'm looking forward to seeing if who I am translates, if what I want to share translates, if it tickles your funny bone, if it makes your heart swell up a little bit, if it makes you take a quiet moment for a walk and go, I got to check in with the M and the E.
The M and the E.
Hopefully all those things.
I love that.
Let's have some fun with it though, and let's keep the high eye, not the low eye. High eye.
That was amazing.
And
that was simply amazing.
So
I love that.
there's a lot of it just doesn't make what I just thought about right now is like what the way he was talking with the things we were saying. It's like if I'm working on something and then you tell me like, Ethan, say something because I'm gonna put it in a like a song.
Yeah.
Or like put it into a beat or something. And you've said that before, and the things that come I don't have anything to say, and so I try to say something.
Yeah.
This is like his manager,
Yeah.
someone that's like not above him, but is like helping him out with social media. Is like, hey, it'd be cool if you did an intro. Just tell him. It's like he's never been on Instagram before or any social media, and so he's trying to just like weird like portray himself in a weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
That's all it can be said. It's weird. He's like
NGL. Not gonna lie, it's pretty inspiring though.
it's not. It just. I'm confused. I'm confused.
He's talking about like dialogue.
He's like, oh yeah, you can have the monologue without the dialogue.
No, it's dialogue without monologue.
Oh, dialogue.
Oh, I think it was monologue.
No, you have to have a monologue to get dialogue.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
it
what
was.
it
That's
is.
what it was.
Sharing myself.
Yeah, sharing. It's like
with the world, and I'm a little bit nervous about it.
It's so confusing.
some.
Like that, Ethan. Like it. Like.
Monologue. I'm not sure I want to have the dialogue.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Let's
What does
decipher.
that
Let's
mean?
decipher.
What does
Okay,
that
so
mean?
what did he say? What
does that mean?
We can't.
He says you can't have the I'm not sure. Wait. He says I want to have the monologue. I'm not sure if I want to have the dialogue.
Okay, so he wants to express himself,
But not talk about it.
but not get. Okay. So let me say this. Okay, so he wants to monologue, have something said to the people of Instagram, right?
Yeah, so he
but
wants to
doesn't want
post.
them. But he doesn't want them to know, really, like share everything in himself because that's too vulnerable. You know.
I'm not sure I want to have the dialogue.
I'm having a hard time reading into that.
This is something that we could do a class on this.
So he wants to have a monologue, but not the dialogue.
I think Ben may be on the right.
That
Try
sounds
monologue.
right.
He wants to have the monologue. A monologue is something you memorize and then read out. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's like a script.
Yeah.
A monologue. So he's reading out the script.
So
he wants to have the monologue. He wants to, and monologue's one-sided.
Yes.
Monologue's one-sided. So he's sharing.
Yes.
He's sharing, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
No. So no. So he's sharing stuff that he wants to share, but he doesn't. But that's the monologue. Stuff that he wants to share, something that's pre-written, right? That is not too vulnerable. The dialogue.
What if it was vulnerable? Plenty of monologues are like emotionally.
That's true.
Emotionally.
That's true.
Well, it's his discretion.
I don't think
Yeah.
emotion. I don't think emotion has that much to play into it. I just don't think he's making sense. Monologue makes sense.
Yeah.
We can get that. I think we can all agree on that. Monologue, one-sided. He wants to have the monologue.
Okay.
Okay. He wants to share.
Yeah.
But I'm not. He says I'm not sure. He says, I'm not sure. So he seems nervous
wanna
about
have
it.
the dialogue.
I'm not sure I want to have the dialogue.
I think what that means is like he wants to be like open, like, oh, I'm doing this for acting, I'm doing this, but he doesn't want to have everyone know about like, oh, what his wife's doing or what his family's like doing.
Yeah, and
So
that's
he
the
does
dialogue.
dialogue.
Like dialogue is like, oh, we'll share like our family's things, but like
But-
monologues like I'll share what I'm doing. Like,
Can we agree though that this is amazing purely on the fact that we've been talking about it for like 7 minutes now?
I think he may have gotten, if this was his intent. There's
keep
so many.
talking.
There's so many things, and I honestly wouldn't mind trying to break down
Yeah.
monologue one-sided.
Is there another video?
I honestly don't think I can agree that the dialogue. I think the dialogue is the dialogue part I think is disconnected.
Okay.
I think it doesn't make a whole lot of. I don't understand. I don't get what he's trying
But
to say.
he's so confident while he's saying it that even if it doesn't make sense, it does make sense.
Yeah. Something's getting to him.
Monologue, just as you have to have a monologue to have the dialogue.
See, you have to have the monologue to have the dialogue. Is essentially what he just said.
You have to introduce yourself before you can get into the deeper things.
it's like, oh, I'd introduce myself
The
before I could
dialogue.
talk.
Right. Okay, interesting.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to sharing who I am with you. I'm looking forward to seeing if who I am translates, if what I want to share translates.
What is that?
What does that mean?
Translates?
See if I want to...
Makes sense. He's never gonna say anything.
Okay, see if what I want to say you can relate to.
I agree.
Translates. I think
If it translates into your life.
overarching idea that I get from this video, or like a conclusion, is that he doesn't quite understand. You can tell, I think for sure, he doesn't quite understand how, not necessarily Instagram works, but
Without a doubt.
he doesn't quite understand.
But that's
what
what
the meaning of it.
that's
and
a lot of people
I think it's
at his
eight. I think it's
age, though.
8. I think it's maybe age. I don't know how old he is. But
We're
I
not
think it's
ageist, though. We're just saying, like,
no, that's true. There are plenty of people I think that are maybe his age that could work. I think he's not connected. He hasn't
Yeah.
been connected with Instagram. So he's taking a lot. It's very serious.
Yeah.
He's taking it very seriously. Mm-hmm. It's like a resume. He's talking
Yeah.
about this like this is his resume
Yeah.
or something very official.
Are there any other videos on
Funny
this
bone.
channel?
Makes you think a second. Makes your heart swell up a little bit. If it makes you take a quiet moment for a walk and go, I got to check in with the M and the E.
I love that. That's
Do you
my
think
favorite.
that?
That is my favorite
Do you think
part.
that? Do you think that's?
That is my favorite part right
That's
there.
I think he's improv. I think he's improv.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, he's improving. Because even in his other roles, like I've seen videos like top 10 Matthew McConaughey improv moments in movies, you know, and it says stuff exactly like that.
Do you think he actually believes that people are going to take a break and get in touch with the M and the E?
Yes,
What are we doing right now?
because
Well, we're getting in touch with
with the
Yeah, what he said right
with the
before
W
that.
the W and the E. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, we're talking as a group.
Yeah.
He's
I know,
talking
but he
about the
said
M
like
and the E.
causing discussions. Like,
Okay,
right
all right.
before
Yeah,
that.
tell me this. Tell me this. You see this post by officially Matt McConaughey. Mm-hmm. Can't have a stampede without a herd. Hashtag hook'em. Has a picture of him on the Texas field doing the horns thing. Are you gonna take a second?
horns.
Are you gonna take a second and get in touch with the M and the E after seeing that?
Not that post.
Maybe not
Well-
every post is meant for that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that-
yeah.
But I would argue
Let's find one that is.
that none of these. This one process. Maybe that one would take.
That-
You would take a break and say the M and the E.
Yeah.
Say what process am I making?
And it's a picture of a script
Yeah,
with
script
glasses
with
on
notes,
it.
filter. That one I may look at that and think to myself, I need to take a break. I need to get in touch with M and the E. What am I making progress on? And if I'm not,
Wait, what's the word again? Process.
process.
So
I
is
thought
it
was
process?
progress.
Is it process or
Process, as in like,
Process.
it's a command.
Is it process
Process.
like processing this in your mind, or like a process? This is
This
a list.
his,
Is
this
how
is
you're
his-
doing it.
Yeah, this is his process.
'Cause he's going through,
He's
like,
going through. He's
a
taking
script
notes
for, like, a movie.
It's learning.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
process. So you take a look at this. It can be rephrased. You see this. You take a break from it. You think, process. Am I going through the process of anything? What am I
Yeah.
learning?
Yeah.
Am I making?
There's a process to everything.
Yeah. What am I doing and how am I going about it?
All right, let's find another one.
Skywalkers.
I think that's from Star Wars.
Is it?
No, she has a helmet on.
I think
thought it
it's
was
like his
Skywalkers
family.
too. Yeah.
You can tell like which
Proof
posts.
proof of a good night out.
I wish I would have had this class when I was at film school.
So here's another video.
The experience for script to screen has been, above all else, just mind-opening.
I would label the top of all my notes Matthew Wisdom, because that's really what it was.
We studied
You gotta keep the high eye.
drafts the script, which is usually a coveted and under wraps part of the creative process.
Something.
What if Matthew
as little
McConaughey started
as
a
the first
religion?
draft of the script can be
What would it be called?
the
I feel like it would
beginning of
be
such a
pretty
larger
serious.
collaborative process.
Mattism?
That's something that
It'd
you
be
don't
pretty
really see
serious.
as
Yeah,
a
Ben and I
person
have some experience.
perspective.
in
Just like
To experience
one of like the key like
big-scale
ideologies is like
entertainment industry
just
production
taking things
in a
on the
very
fly and like
detailed way,
improving
as if
everything.
we were
Yeah.
part of the crew.
It's kind of like dudism.
in the classroom.
I've never heard of Judaism.
Like The Big Lebowski? You never seen The Big Lebowski? Okay, so there's a character called the Dude in that movie, right? And it literally spawned an actual religion called the Church of the Latter-day Dude.
Ben's a priest.
And I'm actually a certified priest.
He's a
in
certified
that.
priest.
Certified.
Like I got my own.
Actually certified.
I got my what's it called? Certificate
Yeah.
of the church. Although I will admit though, I haven't been acting up to my doodly duties because I'm stressed out.
Yeah, and one of the
No stress.
Yeah.
Stress is a no-no. But it's not a no-no like.
All those things.
So it's not. So in dudism, there's no such thing as a no, because that'd be living over somebody. That'd be trying to tell somebody what to do.
Right.
Yeah. So it's more like a guideline. Like stress exists, but it's best to not have it.
Yeah.
Because you'll live a better life without it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
If you guys want to try to break down this last, remember, keep the high eye,
Yeah.
not the low eye. What do you think that means?
I wish I was like Matthew McConaughey.
I think
there's a straight answer, and there's an answer that can be debated.
Yeah.
The straight answer, I think, is you can just like maybe assume that it's like keep the high eye, keep it positive. I've never heard high eye or low eye in my entire life.
Okay. What? Okay, I just thought of something. High I. High, the letter I.
Like an uppercase.
Yes. Like keep a high I, high me, high value.
Oh.
How do you
I
like
took
that?
it a different
Hey,
way.
that's pretty good.
I'm not seeing it as EYE. I'm seeing it as a letter I. Keep the high I. High
I
opinion
want to see.
of
Okay,
yourself.
I'm gonna mute it, but I'm gonna look at what he does because he makes a motion. I think.
Like love yourself. Keep a high I, not a low I.
That's pretty good. I like that.
What I think though that means is like, so like in basketball, bringing back to sports, when you're dribbling down like the court, like you don't want to have low eyes, so like because you're not looking to pass up the court.
Oh.
But like if you have high eyes, you're looking up and you're looking at everything. Like
You're being aware.
You're like surveying.
You're not looking down. You're being aware.
You're being aware of like
surroundings.
and thinking, like looking ahead and like being able to.
This is so crazy. Because both of those that we just said are very good,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both positive. They're both very positive
Yeah.
breakdowns. It's
Yeah.
like keep a high eye. I think they're both good. Let's see. What part are we at?
Makes you think. If it makes you take a quiet moment for a
All
while.
right, here we get that M and the E. Oh, there we go.
Hopefully all those things. Let's have some fun with it though, and let's keep the high eye, not the low eye. High eye.
He points like
to his
up
third
and
eye.
down.
he points in the middle of his head.
Going to my page, I want him to see.
He points in the middle of his head. He doesn't. That doesn't clarify anything, Matthew.
No. Matthew, that doesn't
So
clarify
he's
anything.
pointing at his head. A high
Maybe
eye.
he's talking like like people have third eye. They're like
Keep a high eye.
omniscient.
Yeah.
High eye.
Like
Keep it like on high alert. Keep your
Yeah.
third eye on high alert.
Yeah.
Keep a high eye.
Keep a high eye.
High eye, not a low eye. Keep a high eye.
Okay, so now
I
there's
think
a
that
third
should.
meaning
I think
from
this should be a universal like.
Stay woke,
Stay woke, but not that.
but not
yeah,
that.
I don't like that.
A high eye.
I don't like
Keep
that either.
this motion should be for like keep your head up.
Noited.
Stay positive.
Get noited.
Yeah.
Stay noited.
Stay noited.
What's noited? Is that?
It's a Death Grips thing. You know Death
Oh.
Grips?
No.
So, alright, so Death Grips, they have this lyric when it's like, I stay noited, I seen footage, right? So then, to be noited is to be aware of your surroundings, and to be basically in the moment.
Yeah.
That's how I take it to be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you think what is that called? So for obviously we're the only 3 people who can see this.
Yeah.
So
tapping the center of our forehead.
Tapping but the center, it's like closer to it's not like upper forehead.
It's like in
not
between your
middle
eyebrows.
forehead. Yeah, it's like just a little bit above your eyebrows.
Yeah.
But it's like just tapping that a couple times. Stenoided.
Yeah.
Is that what it's?
High eye.
It's like the noid knock.
High eye.
Noid knock.
The noid knock. Is it D?
N-O-I-D.
The noid. The noid knock.
Like paranoid.
The noid knock. Stenoided.
Stenoided.
I like that. That's pretty. How in the world? Oh, we got to like people it was like people who were like famous or with power. It was the king.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Matthew McConaughey, and I was just thinking that it just doesn't. There's something off. It's like, how do you think? How much do you think?
He's on a different plane of living.
Yeah. How do you think being that famous like really
affects you?
I feel
how
does it mess with you?
I feel like he's been like this even before he was famous, because he was in Dazed and Confused, right?
Yeah.
And he wasn't famous then, right? But he was still acting like that.
So he's still acting dazed and confused.
Yeah. Because
I seem a little bit out of it.
I feel like it's just a kind of personality type, but it's a very rare personality type where you're just very not there.
Who's an example of of a famous person who there's a definite change. There's a definite change in between their pre-fame and their post-fame.
Gary Busey.
Who's that?
Oh.
I've heard the name, but
he's weird, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like really weird now. I don't remember what changed him. The only reason I know about him is because of the Celebrity Apprentice. And he's like, I think he was like a comedian, but like he's really off the rails now. And he's like almost considered like wild and crazy.
So
he was in like a commercial a couple years ago for like the Super Bowl.
Gary Busey. This is Dr. Phil?
Oh, he's on Dr.
What?
Phil.
Gary Busey goes insane and attacks Howard Stern?
Yeah, he's like not. I don't remember.
Here's the Amazon Fire.
If you're like me,
oh, I've seen him.
like talking to things. Like, hello, Lamb. Hello, Gary. See? Hello, Pants.
Thank you, Fish, for being here.
But it's frustrating when things don't listen, especially high-tech things. Find Gary Busey.
Find Gary Busey.
Damn.
Okay, so I can think of other people who have the same Matthew McConaughey personality type. Jim Morrison, The Doors.
Okay.
Syd Barrett from Pink Floyd. Charles Manson from Charles Manson. Except Charles Manson has mixed in with like psychopathy in there.
Okay. I don't have exposure to many of those people, I don't think.
I have no idea. Like I've heard the names, but I don't know who these people are.
So So I've seen the movie The Doors by Oliver Stone. Where I'm gonna say that's a good source because when the guy that played Jim Morrison was on screen, the other people from the Doors band were like, Jim Morrison literally just walked in the room. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good representation of how he was. And he is so weird and says the craziest things and is absolutely insane. Right? Because he drinks his own blood in the movie.
Ew.
What?
And he watches this house where so he meets he sees this girl on the beach, then he finds out that he lives right next to her. Or no, he doesn't. He follows her home. And then
those are kind of those are very
I thought for a second. So he watches her house while there's a party going on for literally 24 hours. And then he walks over to the party, climbs onto her roof, and then kisses her. And he's never met her before. And apparently
cute?
What? Jim Morrison?
Cute?
Jim
Yeah.
Morrison's. I would kiss Jim Morrison.
I wasn't sure if he's like a weird guy, and he's like a creeper, like
no,
going to
he's
this party.
very attractive.
Oh, okay.
He is
okay.
extremely attractive. So I would let him kiss me.
Heard it here first, folks.
But so yeah, you're gonna look up picture Jim Morrison.
Yeah, I am.
So he just does the craziest things and says the weirdest stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Jim Morrison for you.
I like him better. I like him better without facial hair.
Yeah.
Like this looks a little bit.
That's probably when
he looks a little bit grungy. He looks a little bit grungy right there.
I think he looks really, really nice.
He looks very, very chopped. He looks very.
Look at that jawline.
He looks very cut.
It's like one of the weak characters he picked. It's like a perfectly symmetrical jaw.
There's him with a beard.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like him with a beard.
Wow.
Okay, so he kisses this chick.
Yeah, and then they fall in love.
Oh.
From the kiss?
That's kind of a plot. That's a
and she
twist.
has a boyfriend already.
That's a twist. Does he beat her up? At this point,
I think he actually did beat her up. No, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Because I don't know for sure. But I know that he was extremely, extremely dependent on illicit substances to function. Jim Morrison was.
Talking this still in the movie, or is this in real world?
In real life.
Okay.
In the character that was.
Because he was constantly under the influence of something. Right?
That'd be wild.
Yeah. There wasn't a moment, according to his band members, there wasn't a moment when he was sober. There wasn't a moment where he was sober.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how you live like that.
I know, it's almost as if you're not even it's a different kind of living, because you don't even know.
You're taking everything in different than, it's just like all different.
Everything's distorted.
You're taking in everything, like not through a lens, but you're taking everything in like an altered way.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
You're never back to reality, and then like you are back up on something else. It's always just.
Like it'd make you really creative, though.
He was a very creative person, and Matthew McConaughey is very creative. Syd Barrett, very creative. Syd Barrett was the founder of Pink Floyd. He apparently had schizophrenia, and was always, like Jim Morrison, always under the influence of drugs.
Is that the one where you're like, what is schizophrenia?
It's when you hear voices in your head.
Is it like
you're paranoid and stuff?
Yeah, it's like a lack. It's like a lack of like a filter or a.
No, that's Tourette's.
No, like things coming in. Like you're extra sensitive. Schizophrenia, you're taking in everything. Okay.
Schizophrenia is like you have voices in your head that are telling you to do things, and you can't really understand the difference between reality and fantasy.
Okay. So you have a lot of things.
Yeah. So Syd Barrett, I just watched this video on today actually, where the Pink Floyd band members found him and his girlfriend on the side of the street one time, and his girlfriend said that he had been on acid for 7 days in a row, and he was almost dead.
Oh my gosh.
So it's kind of controversial because a lot of people think that his Pink Floyd stuff, that when he was a singer, is great, and some people think it's really bad because Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall, Animals, none of that's Syd Barrett.
Oh, okay.
Everything before that is Syd Barrett. And then so when I think I don't really like Syd Barrett's stuff, but when Pink Floyd came into their own is when he left, though.
Okay, so Dark Side, everything after.
Everything
that's post,
Dark Side of the Moon and after
is post Syd Barrett.
Make it sound like a major Fallout event.
Yeah.
Post
Syd Barrett.
And I want to tell this one other quick story. So they were in the studio. Pink Floyd they hadn't seen Syd Barrett in years, and they were in the studio recording The Wall, I think. And then they're recording, and then in the booth they see this bald, obese man just watching them in the studio, right? And then he stays there, talks to the producer for a few minutes, and then leaves. And then afterwards, is like, that was Syd Barrett.
Did the producer tell him?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, that was Syd Barrett. And then years later, Roger Waters, I think, one of the guys in Pink Floyd, was at the supermarket, and he saw Syd Barrett there, and he never saw him again.
Did he talk to him?
I don't even think so.
Whoa.
That's weird.
It'd be wild. Things like that happen.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
the world
like
is a
seeing
crazy
people?
place.
I don't know, just like events like that take place. Isn't it weird that they just...
He just became a total shut-in recluse. Syd Barrett did after he left Pink Floyd.
What happened to Jim Morrison?
He died. Heroin overdose. At 27.
Do you think Matthew McConaughey uses heroin?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, did he?
Oh, did he? Well, he did in Dallas Buyers Club. That's how he got AIDS in that movie.
Really?
Well, no, he didn't. No, so he doesn't have AIDS. In the movie, his character gets AIDS from using heroin.
Okay. Did they use real heroin in that movie?
I hope not.
Kind of metal. What's the method acting?
Oh, method acting, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where you really
get into it.
Yeah, really get into the role.
Matthew McConaughey is a method actor.
That makes sense.
He for Dallas Buyers Club, he lost like 100 pounds or something to play that role. Or not 100 pounds, but a lot of weight.
Some serious weight. That's dedication.
And he won an Oscar for that too.
Christopher Nolan did I think it's Christian Bale. Christian Bale.
Yes.
From that movie,
went from
the Batman movie. He did some serious work, I think.
And then he went from ripped in Batman to that one movie where he was anorexic to playing
ripped Batman.
Playing ripped Batman, then to playing who's the vice president? Dick Cheney. To playing Dick Cheney where he gained like 100 pounds. And he was absolutely fantastic in that movie.
He's a good actor.
Yeah. It was literally Dick Cheney. And we're gonna have to bomb the Middle East and get the oil.
Acting is a very interesting profession.
Yeah, I think it takes a special type of person.
I think so.
Like Matthew McConaughey.
I think it does.
Mm-hmm.
I think if nothing else, I think we can conclude that Matthew McConaughey is what?
A person. Maybe not. Maybe he's an alien.
Oh gosh, you think so?
All I know is that he drives a Lincoln.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I do too. My grandma drives a Lincoln. Wait, does she? I don't know.
I think
we live in Lincoln.
We live in Lincoln.
These connections are all
over the place.
All forming. Yeah. Everything's connecting. Carter, I just got a word I wanted to check because I wasn't sure if we were going to have time. This may be where we're closing. We need to go study for...
Okay. All right.
Some calculus.
I think that was a really good chat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
like how we tangented from rugby all the way to Matthew McConaughey and breaking that down.
Yeah, it was good. That was a lot of fun. Well, Carter, you have any sage words of advice or any last goodbyes you want to say? Last goodbyes.
He's not dying.
He's not dying. You don't
keep checking on the M and the E.
Ooh,
okay,
bring it full
all
circle.
right.
I like that.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's good. Well said. All right, well, we'll see you guys next time.
Catch you on the flip side.
See ya.
See ya.
Ben, take it away.
Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3.